What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Girls Aloud, and we're returning to the 2004 album What Will the Neighbours Say? Thank you again to Flemish Giant. And the next track is intriguingly called Graffiti My Soul. So, to graffiti something as a verb means to vandalize it on some level. Of course, there's different attitudes about spray painting, and of course, graffiti can be more than just the medium of spray painting or tagging something. But in that regard, it sounds like some external stamping or activity put onto someone's soul, whether you view that in a psycho-emotional sense or a legitimately metaphysical or spiritual sense. So in that regard, it would be perhaps vandalizing someone's soul, though maybe making their mark on someone's soul, and thus there is at least the implied presence of another person. I suppose you could graffiti your own soul, but that would sound like more of an internal process, whereas graffiti is something that is done from the outside. So I don't quite know how to take it. There's certainly a poetry to it, but a poetry with like a modern, edgy type of flavor. So let's see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Girls Aloud. The track is Graffiti My Soul, and it's from their 2004 album, What Will the Neighbours Say?
Spike heels and skin tight jeans, I've got a fistful of love that's coming your way, baby. Spike heels and skin tight jeans, I've got a fistful of love that's coming your way, baby. Spike heels and skin tight jeans, I've got a fistful of love that's coming your way, baby. Hanging on a wire. It's spike heels and skin tight jeans, I've got a fistful of love that's coming your way, baby. Baby, come, you know what I mean. And the drum beats rising higher. I bang goes my self-control. I got your name on my face, your face on my mind. Baby, come, graffiti my soul. We should be getting it on. Fly DJs playing my song. Why don't you take me head on? We should be getting somewhere, some kind of cool love affair. Don't act as if you don't care. You dream of touching me there. Your kisses taste of cyanide, and that's no good for me. An open-hearted suicide is my philosophy. I need a walking, talking mannequin that simply folds away and never questions anything I've got to say. No more explanation. You're never gonna know. You kill my reputation. I've gone too heavy low. No more conversation. Time of the world. A dangerous occupation. Talking to a girl. I'm complicated. And I celebrate it. You're getting dated. You're fascinated. I'm complicated. And I celebrate but if you want to have your kids and the cash, then get out of my face. Don't push my love too far, too far, too far, too far, too far, too far.
Tune. That's fucking awesome for multiple reasons. Okay, so lyrically I'm highly amused. It starts to talk about like high heels and skin tight jeans and a fistful of love coming your way, which I feel like you could read that last line in a couple different ways. Like, she's got a powerful love that's coming your way, or also maybe she wants to hit you and set you straight on what she wants, what she expects, what she doesn't want. And so the fistful of love could have a bit of edge to it. But then it sounds like she's saying, okay, look, sometimes I'm not in control, and, my name is on your face. Like, you're mine, and your face is on my mind. And thus, like, she is a bit infatuated, or, sees an attraction to this guy. And, the DJ's playing my song. We should be getting it on. Like, what are we doing here? And then she seems to say, like, look, actually, I don't want someone who's going to question what I say, or maybe even talk about long-term emotions and so on. I want, like, a mannequin who's basically going to do what I want, interact with me the way that I want, when I want, not talk back. And look, I get it. I'm complicated. I'm, not someone who's just, like, traditional or simple or straight away. I'm nuanced. And then it sounds like she's also saying, like, she doesn't want, what was it, like, if you talk about money, or I don't know if it was like marriage or something, but it sounds like she's again saying, like, if you're seeing this as something that's, like, more serious or whatever, that's, like, get out of here. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm also confused because there's a line about, like, your kiss tastes like cyanide, which is a hell of a line. And that doesn't work for me, and it's like open heart suicide, another crazy line, which maybe is like he's approaching it like, oh, I'm more serious, and, I want to convey my love to you, and she's like, hey, like, that to me sounds like a slow death. That sounds like something that I'm not looking for. That's not what I want. You need to get it in your head what I'm actually looking for. So I don't know if I'm reading those lines right, but either way, the lyrics are fascinating and very, like, forceful, and again, she knows who she is, even if that's complicated and a bit all over the place, and you get a visual of her and so on. Sonically, I love the, like, breakbeat vibes. There's a bit of that, like, trip-hop feel, though there was a section where it, like, shifted into an even, like, harder arrangement, and for a moment it's like, oh, this could be like a Prodigy tune. Like, it just had that, like, heavy, almost like industrial breakbeat type of feel, but I enjoy the vocals, especially those, like, rapid fire syllable, like da 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 da, or like I think there was an S one too, or maybe it was like an N one. That's what it was, and it didn't feel like that was cheating. Meaning, it didn't feel like they took a vocal syllable and, like, repeated it. It felt like they were actually doing that vocally, which requires a degree of vocal dexterity and precision. So yes, I've always talked about how I enjoy, like, lines with really fast syllables because they can sound really compelling, like, in conjunction with a beat structure, but also because, they're not easy to sing, or at least they're, like, more difficult to get your mouth to form all these different sounds in rapid fire. So I enjoyed the way they did that. And fair to say, there's some techno out there where, like, a syllable is repeated leading into, like, a drop on a measure change, and in that regard I also enjoy the sonic compositions such that there's some moments where you can just feel like a crash cymbal coming as it bursts into the next measure and so on, which, it's a common feature of, like, electronic tracks, whether you're talking techno or indeed breakbeat or, electronica and so on. And so this one had a bit of that flavor mixed with those other flavors, good vocals, really compelling lyrics, absolutely enjoyed it. And again, that line, graffiti my soul, sounds like she's saying, like, I do want you to, like, make your mark on me, maybe even mess with me a bit, but, understand what it is and what I'm looking for, and don't, give me these other things. So, yeah, maybe I'm not hearing the lines right. I look forward to hearing Flemish Giant, Mark, any of you who've been commenting on this deep dive. Do let me know. I will see you next time. Peace.